their finances. And by showing up for this session, you have demonstrated your commitment to be that 1 in 8 Indian women who take charge of their finances. So warm welcome, my people, and let's begin. Over the next 90 minutes, I will give my best with my team. Today, supporting us in the back end are our core team members, Sheetal Gurum, Hira Jethanandani, and Prema Gurum. Together, we will create value for you. You make sure that you derive value for your time, because these 90 minutes, none of us are ever getting back in our lives. If you have any appointments within these 90 minutes, I suggest you leave right now and show up for the next webinar. I trust you have pens and papers ready. Please take notes. This webinar can change your money life. If you don't have pens and papers, I suggest you go and grab one right now. If you have any questions, please keep them for the Q&A section. We intend to begin the Q&A section around 11:45, 11:50 a.m. So note your questions down on your papers, and I'm going to answer them only in the Q&A section. The more you engage with me, the more you're going to gain. So how many of you are ready to engage with me in the chat and create value for yourself in this webinar? Type in ready if you're ready. How many of you are ready? Let's see, type in ready, guys. Got that. Vijeta, Jas, Parine, Gopika, Priyanka, Arpita, Samina, Shivangi, Tina, Rida, Veena, Deepa, Ramya, Saima, Poonam, and everybody's name I'm not managing to take. Yes, Lakshmi, Vaibhavi, Preeti, Anshika, Somita, Shruti, Chandni, welcome. Vandana, Anju, Kirti, everybody, warm welcome. Let's begin. So today in this webinar, what you will learn. Number one, today you will learn how not to lose money while investing. Number two, you will learn the truth about wealth creation. And number three, how you can begin on your wealth creation right now. And by the end of this webinar, you will have absolute financial clarity on what actions you need to take to go to your next level with your finances. We are Women on Wealth, and we help women take charge of their finances. We run online financial training and coaching programs so that women can learn how they can manage their money and grow it effectively. We've now been operational for the last 11 years, and we have helped over 4,000 women, and these women have become debt-free. They've come out of living paycheck to paycheck. They today save at least 25% more than they ever saved. These women have built their own investment portfolios without depending on their husband, father, broker. They have picked their own good quality investments. They are generating 40 to 80% returns on their investments. They are also recognized as the finance ministers of their house, and they are getting involved in major financial decision making in their families. So if you look at finance, finance has been a male domain in our families. And our intention at Women on Wealth is to make it gender free. Because we at Women on Wealth believe that finance is a system and everyone can learn it. It is not a gender role. It is not something only for the men to do. Finance is a system, and every woman with basic IQ, basic math skills, and calculation skills can learn it. Here are the 3 paid online financial training and coaching programs that we run. Number 1 is our flagship course, the Women on Wealth Money Gym program, also called as your personal finance blueprint. Today, you are in a special introduction to this course of ours. And by the end of this webinar, you will have the complete course details of Women on Wealth Money Gym. The second course is a bit of an advanced course to Money Gym. It's called The Art of Picking Quality Stocks for Beginners. And number 3, we run premium one-on-one financial coaching services. Also, we have a lot of free resources for you. Monday 5 p.m. live on Instagram, we have the Wake Up Women series. Tuesday 10 a.m. live on our Facebook page, we have the decoding of the ET Wealth newspaper. Wednesday 10 p.m. on Zoom, we have the candid community conversations. Thursday 10 a.m. live on our Facebook page, we have My Investment Mastery series. Friday 10 a.m. live on our Facebook page, we have the decoding of the Economic Times newspaper. Friday 4:30 p.m. on Instagram, we have the Fortune Friday Ask Me Anything series. And Friday 6 p.m. on Zoom, we have the online money book club discussion. So these are all the free resources which are available on our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. Make sure that you connect with us on all our platforms and stay connected with us to take advantage of all the resources we have. And now a little bit about me. So if you ever thought that you need to be from a finance background to manage your money, or you need to be great with math, numbers, and calculations to manage your money, or you thought you need to be a man to manage your money, then note, I'm not a man and I don't come from a finance background. I come from a journalism background. That's what my education, higher education has been. I used to be a reporter with news agencies like the Press Trust of India, United News of India, and more, where I had a great salary, which I used to spend on branded shoes, clothes, bags, because that's what I knew best. I always wanted to create wealth and I just didn't know how to do that. And I got a big shock when one of my male colleagues ended up buying a property. He was at the same position as mine, same salary as mine. And he ended up buying a property while I had not even managed to save that much money. So that's where my quest to wealth began. And I thought the first person to take guidance from is my dad. And like any well-meaning man, my dad mentioned about traditional investments. Traditional investments like PPF, Public Provident Fund, fixed deposits. I did those investments. And very soon I realized that the rates of return were really low. And I had big goals. I wanted to buy my own property in Delhi NCR, earn from my investments, ultimately build a corpus for my business. And I knew none of those goals were possible if I continue to manage my money the way I was managing and invest it the way I was investing. I knew I had to take some different actions to get a different result. And one of the different actions that showed up for me was to check with this male colleague of mine who had ended up buying a property. And when I checked on him, he mentioned that he invests in the stock market. So straight I went ahead, opened a Demat account. I got myself a broker and I started buying and selling whatever my broker told me to do. Only to realize in 2008 that I lost 90% of what I had invested. And at that time, I was so sad and disgusted with what had happened that I thought wealth creation was not for me and that I should give up. And I literally gave up on wealth creation. I gave up on wealth creation until I could find my mentors. I found 4 mentors: a woman stock investor, a property investor, a serial entrepreneur, and a business coach. And when these guys began to guide me and they gave me little exercises to do, financial clarity began to emerge in my life. Like I exactly knew how much money was coming into my life, how much money was going out, where that money was going, how much money I needed to reach my financial goals, where I needed to invest and how much I needed to invest to reach my financial goals. My stock investor mentor, she taught me a step-by-step methodology to pick good quality stocks. Until then, I didn't even know there was a proper step-by-step methodology to pick good quality investments. So I learned the methodology to pick good quality stocks, went back to the stock market with a lot of courage. And it was different this time because I started by making 70,000 rupees in 120 minutes. And I kept making money like that to a point that I could buy my own property in Delhi NCR. I also learned the step-by-step methodologies to pick good quality mutual funds, bonds, and other investments. And I built an entire investment portfolio without depending on anyone in my life. And a point came where I started earning from my investments, and my earnings from my investments were more than what my expenses were. And at that point, I knew I was free to take up meaningful projects in my life. So I quit my job. And 2011, we started Women on Wealth. Since then, there's been no looking back. Like I said, we've made a difference to many, many thousands of women. And we've been covered by the BBC News, NDTV 24/7 News Channel, Zee Business News Channel, Hindustan Times newspaper, Femina Magazine, Entrepreneur Magazine, and a series of women's blogs and posts. Also, Cherie Blair, who's wife of Mr. Tony Blair, the ex-UK Prime Minister. She wrote about us in the Huffington Post herself. And she came from London specially to visit us in Delhi and offered us the India partnership to her Cherie Blair Foundation. And since then, we've been nominating women from India to the foundation in London. So this is pretty much about me and us at Women on Wealth. And now let's talk about you. Please start typing. What are those financial dreams that bring you to this session? What is it that your heart truly desires with your finances? What are your financial goals? Some of the quick ideas I can give you are, do you want to buy your own property? Build your financial freedom. You want to free yourself from the 9-to-5 constraint. You want to build your child's higher education fund, your retirement fund. You want to build a fund for your parents. You want to travel the world, build your own business. Start typing. What is it that your heart is truly looking for? Financial freedom, retirement, property, financial independence, growth of my money. Got it. What else? My own house. Having a constant investment income, enough savings. Got it. Travel the world. Be debt free. Never depend on others. Build a second source of income. Build a business I truly want. Free myself from 9-to-5. Got it. No dependency on my job. Passive income. Thirst for financial knowledge. Got that. Stable retirement. Luxurious life. Got it, guys. So these are all your financial goals and dreams. Now start typing. What are those financial struggles, financial challenges which are in the way of you reaching these financial goals? Are you living paycheck to paycheck? Are you in debt? Do you find it difficult to save money, or you save it up but you blow it all of a sudden? You're only doing traditional investments. You lack financial knowledge. Start typing. Difficult to save money, no savings, single mom, bad investments, paycheck to paycheck, lack of financial knowledge, traditional investments, don't know where to invest, don't know how to beat inflation, lack of commitment, being a homemaker, financially dependent, overspending, underconfident about investments, don't know the avenues for investments, no savings, tried investments, failed miserably, conservative in my money investments. I'm too much focused on my family and home, too much focus on children. Got it. Inconsistent income. Feel like a burden on my family. Got it. All these are your financial struggles. FD not enough. Unexpected expenses happening. Now, in the last 11 years of our work with thousands of women, we have addressed all these challenges that you're talking about in the session here. However, 90 minutes is not enough time to address all these challenges. So what I promise to do, is help you make 1% improvement in your money life today. We at Women on Wealth believe that by making 1% improvement each day, you can become 37 times better with your finances. 1% every day can help you become 37 times better with your finances in 1 year's time. So today, how many of you are beginning your journey to making 1% improvement each day with us at Women on Wealth? Type in ready if you're ready. How many of you are ready to rock? Sudhi, Chandni, Anusha, Varsha, Samina, Divya, Vijita, Pratyu, Shruti, Srishti, Rashmi, Anugya, Ramya, Jewel, Susmita, Steffi, Preeti, Deepa, Dipali, Anuja, and everybody's name I'm not managing to take. Let's begin. Let's begin on that 1% improvement in our money life today. And today we're going to begin on that 1% improvement with the 3 concepts of wealth creation. And we are beginning with concept number 1. How not to lose money while investing. Some of you in the beginning of the session today said you're scared that you will lose money while you invest. So here is one concept that you can begin to take care of and you will not lose money while investing. And that concept is inflation. Inflation in Hindi is called mehengai. So when you're spending more money to buy the same quantity of products and services, that's called inflation. I'm repeating it. When you are spending more money to buy the same quantity of products and services, that's called inflation. How many of you notice inflation in your lives? Type in me. If you notice you're spending more money to buy the same quantity of products and services. Got it. All of you are writing me. Start typing which are those items in which you notice inflation exists. Which are those items you're spending more money on? Yes, food, petrol, groceries, FMCG, travel, fuel, petrol, yes, gold, child's education, clothing, entertainment, absolutely. You are bang on most of the things, cosmetics, bingo. So if you notice what's happening is, as consumers, you're aware of inflation in your lives. As consumers, you can notice inflation in your lives, but the same concept of inflation goes out of sight for us when we are investing our money. Let me give an example of that. So imagine, okay, just imagine that there is a policy or scheme that comes across. And this policy or schemes invites you to invest 1 lakh rupees every year for the next 10 years. And at the end of 20 years, you receive 22 lakh rupees back. So now how do you analyze such schemes? You say, okay, I invest 1 lakh rupees every year for the next 10 years, which means I'm investing 10 lakh rupees. At the end of 20 years, I'm receiving 22 lakh rupees. My money is doubling. That's how we analyze and we invest in such schemes and policies. What we miss looking at is inflation. Just at an inflation rate of 5% year on year, 22 lakh rupees 20 years later will be worth 8.2 lakh rupees of today. So by investing 10 lakh rupees, what you're receiving back in value is amount worth 8.2 lakh rupees only. And that's inflation for you. So if you really do not want to lose money while investing, what you need to make sure is that the rate of return on your investments is over and above the inflation rate in the country. The inflation rate in our country in the newspapers was reported as 7.8% just a couple of days ago. And financial analysts report that this was underreported. Inflation rate is easily over 8% year on year. We are in a high inflation zone. So if you don't want to lose money while investing, a very simple concept, a very simple guideline is to make sure that the rates of return on your investments is over and above the inflation rate in the country. I'm repeating it. Make sure that the returns on your investments is over and above the inflation rate in the country. She is Meryl Dennis, a communication expert and a women on wealth investor, a knowledgeable investor. In a span of 1 year, her net worth has increased. Net worth is financial worth. How much she's worth today financially has increased by 37%. while inflation is growing at 8%. That's Meryl Dennis for you, a woman who transformed her financial life, and her financial transformation goes on. So the truth about wealth creation, everybody, is you got to make sure that the returns on your investments are over and above the inflation rate in the country. Now, I'm sure each woman here has a savings bank account. Start typing, guys. What is the rate of return you're generating on your savings bank account? Any idea? Any guesses? What's the rate of return on your savings bank account? 4%, 3%, 3.54. You guys are bang on. The rate of return, okay? The rate of interest on your savings bank account is between 2 and 4% year on year. You look at fixed deposits. The rate of interest is between 4 and 6% year on year. You look at post office investments, any other insurance come investment policies and schemes, provident fund. The rates of return are between 6 and 7.6% year on year. So while all these traditional investments are giving you returns between 2 and 7.6%, the inflation rate is at 8% year on year. So tell me, guys, is your investment beating inflation? Type in yes or no. Are these investments or your investments, if these are yours, beating inflation? No, you guys are all absolutely right. Bingo. So if you keep investing in all these traditional investment instruments, you ain't going to beat inflation. And if your money, the returns on your investments don't beat inflation, you're never going to grow your money and reach your financial goals. So in order to reach all those critical financial goals that you spoke about in the beginning of the session, it is critical that you beat the inflation rate. Now, which are those investment instruments that help you beat inflation? They are mutual funds, gold funds, bonds, stocks, properties, currencies, etc. Now tell me, how many of you invest in mutual funds? Type in me if you invest in mutual funds. Got it. So Vijeta, Just, okay, Samina, Dipali, everybody was saying, yes, I invest in mutual funds. How many of you understand the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds? How many of you understand the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds? No idea? You don't? You take others' help? You know nothing? Okay. You don't understand it? Questions in the Q&A section, like I declared right in the beginning of the session, guys. So stick around with me with the agenda that we're playing with. You depend on your husband. You're dependent on the tips, on the agent. So all of you who will say that you are investing in mutual funds and you are dependent on the agent, broker, bank, advisor, husband, father, friends, colleagues, all of you who are saying that, are you absolutely confident and sure that these investments that you're making are going to take you to your financial goals? Type in yes or no. Are you absolutely confident that these investments are going to take you to your financial goals? Type in yes or no. Okay, all of you are saying no. So from these answers, each one of you needs to get that dependency on men in your life or agent, broker, bank, father, husband, brother is not the way forward for women. We are the new age women. We are making our own money. We are receiving money, and it is now critical that we learn how to manage it and truly build that partnership with our spouse if you're married. So there is a 30-step, okay, there's a 30 step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds. In our Money Gym program, it takes us 4 hours to explain that step-by-step methodology to our students. Now, let me tell you, this 1 hour is not enough, okay, to explain the entire methodology. So what I'm going to do is, as I promised, help you make 1% improvement in every area. So just to give you an idea of the methodology, I am sharing the starting steps of the selection of good quality mutual funds. Number one, in our course and community, we look at what is that category of mutual fund we should be picking. Number two, we look at who the fund manager is and what is the fund manager's strategy. What is the kind of concentration and diversification the fund manager has done in the portfolio? What are the kind of stocks he has bought, he or she has bought? What's the kind of asset weightage there? What is the expense ratio? What are the risk to reward measures, etc.? Now, how many of you are thinking, what is Priyanka saying? It's going over my head. What is she talking about here? Type in me. If it's going, got it, Rashmi. I love that hand coming up. Got it, Shruti? I don't know what you're talking about. Sonali, Preeti, Dipali, Sarita, Veena. Yes, Parv, all over my head. Steffi, Jyotsna, got it. And this is why I said it takes us 4 hours to explain the methodology. Guys, coming back, the truth about wealth creation is we can no more be dependent on other people in our lives to do our investments for us for reaching our financial goals. We got to stand up for our own self and our lives. Coming back now to step number 2, concept number 2 of wealth creation. Wealth creation happens in 3 phases. Number 1 is the accumulation phase. Number 2 is the growth phase. And number 3 is the income phase. Accumulation phase is when you accumulate the money that you're receiving in your life. All of us receive money. Salary, business income, household income, pocket money, inheritance. Money is coming into every woman's life. When we save money from whatever we are receiving or coming in, whatever money is coming in, when we are saving that money, we are in the accumulation phase of our finances. However, when we are living paycheck to paycheck, or we find it difficult to save, or we're in debt, then then our challenge lies in the accumulation phase of our finances. Number 2 phase is the growth phase, where we begin to grow our money over and above the inflation rate. So only when you can pick good quality investments on your own, which means you are a knowledgeable investor, and you're generating a rate of return which is over and above the 8% inflation rate, you are in the growth phase of your finances. And number 3 is the income phase. This is the investment income phase. So many of you in the beginning of the session said that you want your investment income, you want financial freedom, you want passive income. This is exactly that phase where you begin to generate an investment income that frees you up from any dependency on a job or your husband's income or household income, etc. So the key around wealth creation is that we live our lives from these 3 phases of wealth creation. Now, how many of you believe that you need to accumulate a lot of money before you can grow it? Type in me if you feel that, yes, I feel I need to accumulate a lot of money before I can grow it. Got that? Just Varsha, acknowledging you guys to be vulnerable. Samina, Srishti, Deepa, Neelam, Meenal, Anugya. So start writing on your papers. Got that, Anju? So start writing on your papers, guys. Imagine Imagine that you are a knowledgeable investor, which means you understand all the step-by-step methodologies to pick good quality investments. You are an independent, intelligent investor. Imagine this. Number two, imagine that you are 30 years old, 30 years old. Now you start saving and investing just 10,000 rupees per month. Okay, I'm repeating, you just start saving and investing 10,000 rupees per month from age 30 until age 60, 60. So in a span of 30 years, you would have invested 36 lakh rupees, just 10,000 every month. And say you've invested it in a good quality investment that you studied, researched, and picked on your own. And that investment is giving you an annual rate of return, a compounded annual rate of return of 8% year on year. By the time you're 60, the fund you are investing would have grown to become 1.5 crore rupees. I'm repeating it. 36 lakh rupees invested over 30 years time as just 10,000 rupees per month would have grown to become 1.5 crore rupees by the time you turn 60. Now that's the power of small savings for you. Everybody start typing. What are you getting from this? Is your myth busted? Do you now believe that your goals are possible? That you can do it? Just 10,000 rupees per month, this is what's possible. With good quality investments that you do on your own, independently. God, I'm glad so many of you are saying this. Yes, I can do it. We can just start with baby steps. We can grow. I can do this. Awesome. And here is a woman who did it. Prema Gurung, she's a home baker and a Women on Wealth investor today. She came to a similar introduction session in 2014. At that time, she was living paycheck to paycheck. She was in a credit card and a personal debt of about 10 lakh rupees. She was married for 2 years and was finding it difficult to talk about money with her husband. She attended this free introduction session and joined the Money Gym program. Within 20 months of doing the Money Gym program, she paid off her entire debt of 10 lakh rupees. And she has never been in debt ever since. A couple of months after that, she built her emergency fund, bought the right insurances for herself and her husband, did her own income tax planning and that of her husband. She started buying the right investments with her own understanding without depending on anyone in her life. She bought the right mutual funds, bonds, stocks, and built a well-diversified investment portfolio on her own. At that time, her husband noticed the change that Prema was bringing to their family's finances. And he declared her as the finance minister of the house and started handing over his entire salary to her. And since then, she's been investing for both of them. A couple of years after that, they bought a land in their hometown. A couple of years after that, when they felt absolutely financially secure and financially prepared, they brought a daughter to this world. And since then, they've been investing and saving for their daughter's higher education. A couple of years after that, coronavirus crisis, the first wave hit all of us. Both of them lost their income, but nothing could shake the peace of mind of the family. Today, both of them are back in their jobs and businesses, earning more than they ever did before. And they're building their retirement fund and their daughter's higher education fund. That's Prema Gurung for you, a woman who took charge of her finance and has never looked back ever since. You may be thinking to yourself, hey, Prema did it. Thousands of women at Women on Wealth community did it. How can you begin on your wealth creation right now? So here are the steps to create wealth. Step number 1 is resolve to start. A lot of us women keep dreaming. We keep saying that this is our financial dream. This is what I want. But we truly never get started on those dreams. Start typing for how long you've been thinking about the goals that you spoke about in the beginning of the session today. For how long you've been thinking about these goals? 20 years. Got it. 1 year. Like really long. I don't remember. 5 years. 1 year. A decade. 8 years. Start typing. What are the excuses you've been giving yourself for not getting started? What are those excuses, reasons, circumstances, situations you've been talking about for all these years? I have kids. I lack knowledge. I don't have the time for this. I'm too occupied. Let me save next year. This is gamble. I'm scared of losing my money. I'm short of money anyways. I have too many family commitments. Let me first settle down in life. There are too many unnecessary expenses. There's too much expenditure right now. I don't have enough money. I can't devote my time right now. I think I need to be really highly qualified to get there, to understand this. Too many family expenses. I don't have a coach or guidance. I don't have enough liquid money. I need to keep money for emergencies. I can't invest. Got it, guys? Now start telling me. You've been speaking the truth, and I want to acknowledge each woman here who's speaking the truth. Thank you. Takes courage to say the truth, right? Start typing. What's that cost you've been paying for giving all these reasons? What's the cost? What have you paid as a cost in exchange for giving all these excuses all these years? Not enough money now. I've lost time. I'm financially dependent. I lack confidence. I don't have an emergency fund. I don't have a retirement plan. And I'm scared. Not enough savings. Not enough investments. Not enough appreciation and respect in the family. I feel ignorant. I'm worried about the future. I can't travel freely. So financial dependence, got it. I'm mentally disturbed. You lack your peace of mind. You're scared. You're worried. Now tell me, guys, if you keep repeating the past, if you keep giving the same excuses, reasons that you've been giving in the past, is your future going to be any different? Type in yes or no. Is your future going to be any different if you keep giving the same excuses, reasons, circumstances? Got it? No. So what is absolutely critical for wealth creation is that you begin on your journey, that you resolve to start no matter what the situation, circumstances you are in, with regard to your job, family, kids, husband, in-laws, parents, money situation, your knowledge situation, wherever you might be. Can you resolve to start? Type in resolve if you're resolving to start, which means you're giving away. Okay, you're giving away those, all that reasoning, excuses, circumstances. You're giving up on all of them. Got it? Anusha, Samina, Anugya, Varsha, Gopika, Anusha, Vijeta, Anugya, Steffi, Deepa, acknowledging you guys for being the women who are resolving to start. Poonam, Meenal, got it. So let's go back. After you resolve to start, the next step when it comes to wealth creation is learning how to research. Finance is not a gender role, guys. It's a system. It's a very, very simple system. And we need to learn it so that we can build it in our own lives. There is a step-by-step methodology to everything in finances. And we got to learn that methodology and build that system in our lives. Let me give an example of what a step-by-step methodology looks like. So imagine that there's a business you want to invest in and one business comes your way. This business is say 40 years old, 40 years old, okay? And 40 years old, which means it's a well-established business. Right? Now it has borrowings worth 1 crore rupees. And the business does not have enough cash to pay off the borrowings. Also, the business is not making enough profit to pay off the borrowings. Given this financial situation, if you are invited to invest in this well-established 40-year-old business, would you invest? Type in yes or no. Given this financial performance, would you invest in a business like this? Samina, Vijeta, Dipali, Neelam, Meenal, you guys are bang on. Yes, Ramya, Anju, Dipali, absolutely. Susmita, Shruti, Gopika, Varsha. None of us in the craziest of our minds would invest in a business with this kind of a financial performance. So now tell me, was this methodology complex? A lot of women complain that finance is complex and they will not understand it. They need some high IQ to understand this. Was this complex? Type in yes or no. Did it require a lot of maths? Understanding this methodology required that you need to be a man, like only a man can understand this. We women are not bright enough to understand this. Yeah, it's simple, it's basic. We just need to learn it once and we know it for life. So the next step when it comes to wealth creation is we need to build our investor attitude. We need to go beyond all that we thought about money early in our lives. Open our mind, open our heart, and be willing to learn, persist, be disciplined. Next step, note that mentors are a key. I'm not talking about advisors here. I'm not talking about brokers here. I'm talking about financially successful people who are financially educated. They are making independent, intelligent financial decisions. And who may teach you as well how to make your own financial decisions, investment decisions. Like I'm clear, had my stock investor mentor not been here, I would have not picked such great quality stocks. I would have not learned the methodology to pick stocks. I didn't even know that existed. I didn't know I could be financially educated. So note, guys, mentors are a key, and financial education is what can free you up and help you build sustainable wealth for a lifetime. And next step is note that community is the secret success ingredient. We're all equal to the 5 people around us. If those 5 people are financially successful people, we will be financially successful too. The key is, are we surrounding ourselves with such people? So repeating the steps for wealth creation. Number 1, resolve to start. learn to research, build a financial system in your life, learn the step-by-step methodologies to all investments and building your investment portfolio, financial planning, and more. You learn it once, you know it for life. Build your investor attitude, know that mentors are a key, and community is the secret success ingredient. Kaveri Bharat, who's a potter, ceramic artist in Chennai, and she's a Women on Wealth investor. She says, before the program, I used to think I barely have any money to put bread and butter on the table. So I will never be able to save anything. Forget investing. Today, I have complete awareness of where I am, where I want to be, and how I can get there financially. She says, I started my PPF, started an emergency fund, bought gold bonds, started my NPS, started 2 mutual fund investments, all on my own. Realized that I don't need a broker. And this is a financial transformation that she's caused in the last 3 months at Women on Wealth. So that's Kaveri Bharat for you, everybody. And this is who we are. We are Women on Wealth, your money school for women, where women join this online money school. They learn how to take charge of their finances and they stay in this alumni community for the rest of their lives. Time for some questions now. Everybody, please start typing all the questions you have. No question is silly, no question is basic. You're not being judged for the questions you put out. Any questions with regard to our course will be answered after the Q&A section. We will share all the course details then. So any questions other than the course details, you're welcome to ask. And I will answer as many of the common questions that we receive. Okay. Is 40 years too late to start investing? I often get this question from 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds. Is it late to start investing? Women's life expectancy is longer than men. World Health Organization reports this. Men will live until 78, while women's life expectancy is minimum of 85 years. So, well, you retire at 60 and then you need to have money till you are 85 and more, because who knows, you can even live till 1995. And I'm sure none of us want to depend on anyone else in our retirement. Now, is age 40 or 30 to 60 enough? Can I make it? Yes, you can. Retirement fund is just an example I've given. Yes, any time is now the right time. Whatever be your age, the years gone by are gone. Can't do anything about it. We can't, we can sit in regret and be guilty. Doesn't help. Can we give ourselves the permission to go beyond whatever past we have and now build the new financial future? And that new future is possible with your financial skill building. Can you choose to begin? Like I said, from age 30 to age 60, if you just save and invest 10,000 rupees per month as a knowledgeable investor, 8% compounded annual return will give you 1.5 crore rupees. Yes, at 40, you may have to save a little more than a 30-year-old. But isn't it worth it to begin now than let go of many more years? That's how you do it. Okay. So anybody who's feeling, hey, I'm late. Some of you are saying, I'm 45, I'm 53. Horrid. Can begin. Yes, the earlier you start, the better it is. Like I started at the age of 21 personally. And I was financially free. I have an investment income coming and I'm no more dependent on anyone in my life. And I'm 37 today. So the earlier you start, the better it is for you, absolutely. But if you didn't do it earlier, doesn't mean you don't do it even now. And you can catch up. I promise. We have thousands of women in their 40s and more in the community, and they have caught up on all the lost years. So can you? Bring in the courage. Okay, let me look for more commonly asked questions. How do I start? Is one common question which is coming in. How do I start? So please start writing, everybody. Always, when it comes to your finances, you begin with your financial goals. Where is it that I want to reach? With how much money, by what time? How much money do I need, by what time to reach my financial goals? And you need to know, step one is that if my child is getting educated 15 years later, then today's college fee will not be the same 15 years later. Inflation is hitting us at all times. So we need to learn how to calculate the future value of our goals. Okay, that's one thing we need to learn. And if you don't have clarity on your financial goals, then that's another clarity that needs to be brought about. Step number 2 is to bring clarity on your current financial situation. What are the kinds of investments you've done till now? How much money you've invested? Is it invested in good quality investments? What's your portfolio like right now, and how much well diversified is your portfolio right now? So you get to, you need to kind of take a look at what's happening currently with your finances. What's your financial worth right now? Can you get to where you want to reach from the current financial situation you are in? What's the gap between where you are right now and where you want to be? And how do you cover the gap? How do you cover the gap between where you are and where you want to be? And now how do you cover the gap? You need to learn the step-by-step methodologies to pick good quality investments. You need to learn how to build a well-diversified investment portfolio. You need to learn the art of financial planning. Do you have financial integrity, which is the balance between immediate gratification and your goals? Or you just kind of fall for immediate gratification? Where are you with regard to your money habits? So these are the steps that you need to take to get to your goals. This is how you start. You start from your financial skill building. Any skill you build, you learn how to cycle. Anytime you get on the cycle, even as an adult, you know how to balance. It's so automatic. The same way is with finances. You learn once how to manage and invest it well, you know it for life. So you free yourself from any kind of dependency on anyone else for the rest of your life. And you build sustainable wealth. Wealth for a lifetime of your financial goals. Because it could be that right now you are saving, investing, for your property that you want to buy in 10 years time. In 15 years time, your child is going for higher education. In 20 years time, you're retiring. So at different life stages, you have different life goals. You got to learn a method that can help you build wealth in a sustainable way, sustained wealth. So that's how you do it. Okay, let's see if there's one more common question that I can take. Okay, can a commerce student, can a woman without a commerce background do this? Trust you me, commerce has nothing to do with this. Okay, because a lot of theory is taught to commerce students, and we have a lot of them in our community, and none of them knew how to actually practically manage their personal finances. even people from, like they have higher education in finance from Manchester University, and they didn't know how to manage personal finances because that's not taught in our school and college system. Financial education is missing from our school and college system. It's missing from even our families. We don't talk about money. It's a taboo to talk about money. So commerce really has nothing to do with it. It has to do with who you are. Are you committed to your goals? If you are committed, then that's it. That's what's needed right in the very beginning. Got to be this woman who's committed to her goals to make things happen and to make things work. So that's the basic requirement. Okay. Thank you so much for all those questions. Okay, one more question I want to take because a lot of questions are coming on cryptocurrency. Is investing in cryptocurrency a good idea? And before I jump on to cryptocurrency, stock trading, right? A lot of you are asking, is stock trading a good idea? Cryptocurrency, NFT is a good idea. Okay, guys. Before I answer this question, I want to know how many of you have clarity on your financial goals? Type in me, like you exactly know how much money in the future you need to reach your goals. Type in yes if you know it. Okay. Not even one woman in this entire room has an idea. Got it. Thank you for saying, I don't know. No, I don't know. Second, are you absolutely clear on how to do your own financial planning? No. Do you know the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality investments? No. Do you know how to diversify your portfolio for your financial goals? No. So all of you answered no to any of these questions. These are all aspects of building a robust financial foundation. Now, if you lack financial foundation and you are jumping to stock trading, cryptocurrency, NFTs, what are you doing? Let me give you an analogy of what you're doing. You're trying to build the first floor of a building without building its ground floor. Can first floor sustain itself in the air? Without a financial foundation, a robust one, no matter how much you invest in these cryptocurrencies, you do stock trading, it ain't going to help you build wealth, sustained wealth for the rest of your goals, for the rest of your life. You may make money a little here, a little there, but that's about it. It's not a path, a long-term path for all your financial goals. It's not a system that's going to get you there. So what's critical is you first build your financial foundation. And then, yes, once you've built your financial foundation with enough investments which have huge track record of decades, and you have built some great returns from those investments, then yes, you can go for these new age investments which don't have enough track record. They are not a proven system as yet. Example, cryptocurrencies. So stay away from gambling, jump in, build a system for yourself so that you can create money for your financial goals. So thank you so much, everybody, for engaging with me in all these conversations and listening in. I trust you've created value for yourself from all the concepts that I shared with you today and from all the questions I have answered for you. And now I have some questions for you to answer. My first question to you is, how many of you realize that there is a lot more to learn as far as implementing the knowledge that I've shared with you is concerned? How many of you realize that there's a lot more to learn as far as implementing the knowledge is concerned? Got it. Vijeta, Priyanka, Samina, Sudha, Shruti, Gopika, Steffi, Varsha, Frozia, Shalini, Anuja, Spark, Dipali, Jyotsna, Tina, Anugya. Got it, guys? My second question, and a more important question. How many of you realize that by not implementing this knowledge, you will be repeating your past? You will try to do things how you've done in the past, and you will have more of your past. How many of you can see that by not implementing this methodology, you will be repeating your past? Got that? Poonam, Sudha, Fruzia, Samina, Varsha, Munira, Spark, Anju, Steffi, Dipali, Anuja, Jyotsna. Got it? Got it, Vijeta? And this is why we have designed this course, which we call the Women on Wealth Money Gym Program. The Women on Wealth Money Gym Program is your personal finance blueprint. It is the ultimate training system that has been designed to give you access to your financial freedom. It is the ultimate training system designed to give you access to your financial goals. So you could be anywhere here right now. You could be a complete beginner. Somebody who doesn't understand anything is a clear beginner. You don't know anything. Or you could be somebody who's at an intermediate level. You understand a little bit, but you are dependent on others to make your financial decisions. Or there is lack of implementation. You know stuff, but there is lack of implementation where you are. In 2 months' time, you have the possibility of financially transforming your life and becoming a knowledgeable Women on Wealth investor, which means you understand the essential financial tools. You are a confident investor and you start investing without depending on anyone in your life. So whatever you've learned with me in the last 1 hour, I will help you put all that into action. So I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide on how to implement that. And before I go on to tell you more about the curriculum of this course, I want your permission. I'm going to make this clear that this course is not for everyone. So if you feel that this course is not for you, this is not your cup of tea, or you don't even want your own money, or you're okay about being dependent on others, or you're planning to quit already, or you're somebody who's wanting to get rich quick, like overnight, you will push some button and you will get all the money, then this course is not for you. You can leave this webinar with all my love and try something else. Thank you so much for coming. This is a fail-proof blueprint, everybody. The only way you fail in this system is if you don't take actions or if you quit. This work requires just 15 minutes of your time every day. Just 15 minutes every day, 15 minutes worth of effort, energy, hard work, dedication, commitment to make things work and to make things happen. So if you're somebody who is serious about your financial goals and you're willing to make a decision today in this webinar, I want you to type, I am serious about my financial goals, because now I'm going to talk with serious women only. Because decisions build financial destiny. And women who decide without sitting on the fence are the ones who are going to make true financial progress in their lives. And I want to speak with those women who are ready to make a decision from their lives. So how many of you are serious? Sudha, Shalini, Priyanka, Vijeta, Spark, Preeti, Poonam, Samina, Anugya, Tina, Chetra, Shruti, Varsha, Anju, Gopika, Srishti, Jas, and everybody's name I've not managed to take, okay? Dipali, got it, Anuja. I'm feeling really joyous to be in company of women who are serious for their goals. You are those 1 in 8 women who truly take charge of their finance. Got that? Anupama, Munira, Steffi, Ramya. Awesome. And I will tell you from my side, everybody, that whatever I offer in this webinar today is going to be the best value, the best that I'm going to give you. And even if you give 1 rupee, I'm going to give you over 10 rupees worth of value with your skill building within the course and over 100 times the returns over your lifetime with your investments. And you can mark my words for that. Thank you so much. I needed your permission before I tell you more about the curriculum of this course. I will now share all the details with you and you have to decide for yourself whether it is a yes or a no. For me, it does not matter. This is what you're going to do for yourself and your money life. Now I'm sharing the details of the Money Gym program. Let's tighten our seat belts, everybody. The Money Gym program is a 6-step program. In step number 1, you build a vision for yourself. In step number 2, you identify your current financial situation. You look at where all my money is going and what is my net worth. In step number 3, you identify the gap between where you are right now financially and where you want to be. In step number 4, you build your financial plan, especially your retirement plan within the program. You become your own financial planner for the rest of your life. In step number 5, you build your investment portfolio. You learn how to identify equity mutual funds, gold bonds, gold funds, physical gold, other safe investment instruments. You begin investing within the program. Your portfolio starts getting built within the program. Step number 6, you build financial integrity, which is a balance between immediate gratification and your goals. And these are all the topics that we cover in the 6 steps of the Money Gym program. Your vision and financial goals, pillars of financial security, expense tracking, money in, money out, the right insurances for you, how to create wealth, your growing net worth, property and property loan, funds allocation for now and post-retirement, how to generate regular income, wealth creation formula, financial planning, to have more, save more, invest more, and be at it. Mutual funds step-by-step guide. What are SIPs and how do they benefit? Fund manager and their strategies, how to invest in mutual funds, drivers to exit a mutual fund, how much is enough? What is money for you? Your real hourly rate. Balance between immediate gratification, goals, values, and fulfillment. What to expect on this journey, low drama, high impact. And this is the value of a lifetime that you take away with you today. Number 1, you get access to come out of living paycheck to paycheck. Number 2, you become debt-free. Women who join the course, the Money Gym program, and persist with the community, they report that they paid off their 20-year home loan in record 4 years' time. You increase your savings by at least 25% within the program. You get clarity on your financial goals. You become comfortable in asking for money and talking about it with people in your life. You learn the basics of financial planning, especially retirement planning within the program. You become your own financial planner for the rest of your life. You build an investment portfolio independently and confidently with our guidance within the program. And you learn the step-by-step methodology to pick good quality mutual funds, gold, and many other investments. You can start on your financial success today. How it will work. You will receive 10 video recordings to watch, learn, and implement from. Bonuses, you will receive 25 supplementary video recordings to aid your investment decisions. So a total of 35 video recordings you will receive to watch and learn from for your investments, financial planning, portfolio building, and more. And you will have unlimited lifetime access to these video recordings. With these video recordings, you will get comprehensive worksheets. So you will watch and learn from the recordings and you will implement in the worksheets that you receive with the recordings. So for this course, you need a laptop, and you need to know how to type in an Excel sheet. That's it. We've made it simple for you. The entire worksheet is built. We've put in the formulas. You need to just know how to type in an Excel, and that's it. Today, with the main Money Gym personal finance blueprint video recordings and worksheets, you are getting bonuses as you register, sign up, pay up within the webinar. With the main Money Gym personal finance blueprint video recordings and worksheets, you also get investment mastery series video recordings and mutual fund investment series with video recordings. Both these bonuses today with the main Money Gym personal finance blueprint video recordings and worksheets. Here is what you learn from investment mastery series: inflation, life insurance, sovereign gold bonds, why gold bonds over gold funds, basics of stock investing, property buying, property investing, cryptocurrency, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, National Pension Scheme, Public Provident Fund, Post Office schemes, bank deposits. 8 questions to ask before selling your equity mutual funds. All of this gets covered in the Investment Mastery series. And here is what you learn in the Mutual Fund Investment series. What are mutual funds? Advantages and disadvantages. Types of mutual funds. Are investments in mutual funds safe? Can NRIs invest in India? What is an NFO? Should you invest in it? Equity mutual fund. Types of equity mutual funds. Debt mutual funds. Direct stock investing versus equity mutual funds. ELSS tax saving funds. How many equity mutual funds should I own? Understanding mutual fund returns. Taxation in mutual funds. So all these topics get covered in the mutual fund investment series. So today, as you register within the webinar, you take away the entire Money Gym bundle with you, which is the Money Gym personal finance blueprint, video recordings and worksheets, plus investment mastery series video recordings, plus mutual fund investment series video recordings, and much more. A Facebook group, online money book club, peer group study, decoding the finance news, community chat, and the monthly meetups for a lifetime. Everything today in this Money Gym bundle for you. As you sign up, pay up for the course right now, you will enter the Women on Wealth School online exactly like this. You will have a login ID and a password. This is how your course will look. And this is how each lecture in the course will look. You got to just spend 15 minutes every day and alter your money life. That's not all. With these video recordings and worksheets, the entire Money Gym bundle, you also get group coaching, which are 5 live sessions. What are live sessions? Like you're sitting on Zoom with me right now. You're sitting live with me. The same way you will come live with us for 5 sessions. And how do these live sessions help you? Number 1, you get a target date to work towards for completing your videos. We all work better with targets. The starting of your group coaching, the starting of the live sessions will give you a target by when you must complete the main Money Gym personal finance blueprint video recordings and worksheets. That's it. And that will be done just by putting in 15 minutes every day. Number 2, you bring velocity to implementation of the system. Just learning the financial system is not enough. You need to bring velocity to implementing the system. So that is critical. Bringing velocity to implement so that you can reach your financial goals. You get your queries answered live in these sessions. You can ask all your questions live and you get all your queries, everything answered. So your learning maximizes when you come for the live sessions. You experience the power of community work. When women who are serious about their financial goals, they come together. new power gets generated. You get to experience that power in this community, in the group coaching sessions. You learn from each other's questions. Also, you get an opportunity to be with the mentor live in the group coaching sessions. Please note down the next online group coaching dates. The nearest batch begins on June 11th. June 11th is Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. The batch after June begins on July 9th. It's Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Your job by June 11th or July 9th is to make sure you put in 15 minutes every day and watch the video recordings and work on the worksheets of the main Money Gym Personal Finance Blueprint course. And then from June 11th or July 9th, we will be meeting every Saturday for 5 Saturdays every week, same time, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. sharp. And that's not all. You join your women investors community and the monthly meetups. So upon successful completion of the live group coaching sessions, you get access to the community. This is an inner circle that you join. What's an inner circle? These are women who've completed the Money Gym program. You get to join this community of financial achievers who built their investment portfolios already. They have already ticked some of their financial goals. You get to join this community's live chat group and monthly meetups for a lifetime. So a lifetime of your financial goals you achieve with us, with our community. You join the live chat group, monthly meetups for a lifetime. This is how our thriving community of women investors look. There are monthly meetups which happen live only on Zoom. There's continuous financial education for you. You ask and give support for the rest of your life. And you stay on track for each of your financial goals for a lifetime. All this available for you at Women on Wealth. Are you concerned? Are you thinking, what if you don't give your best? What will happen then? Well, Women on Wealth is your environment for your financial success. There are simple instructional videos plus worksheets for implementation. There are weekly Instagram and Facebook lives to listen, grow, and stay inspired in. You focus on making just 1% improvement daily. You give just 15 minutes a day. This is implementation focused only. There is group study among peers. There's an active chat group that you join. There's interaction with the mentor. There's a financial catalyst to support you individually as well. And there's a community for continuous education and for being on track for the rest of your life. All of this in this environment for your financial success. Time to get started, everybody. The original value of this course is over 1,50,000 rupees. Today, you get it at a special price of 30,000 rupees only. For a lifetime of video recordings, worksheets, live 5 group coaching sessions and guidance, and lifetime of community inner circle, chat group, and monthly meetups. All of this in just 30,000 rupees. If you pay a one-time fee, you pay only 27,000 rupees and you save another 3,000 rupees. So you pay 27,000 rupees, get access to the entire Money Gym bundle and begin on altering your financial future. If you want to join the June batch, then you pay 27,000 straight on and join the June batch. We have an installment plan if you're looking for, that's available only for the July batch. So you commit and you book your seat by paying only 10,000 rupees right now. We are making it simple and doable for you so that you can transform your finances by not repeating your past. So you pay 10,000 rupees right now and take access to all the video recordings and worksheets right away. So the entire Money Gym bundle you get by paying 10,000 right now. The second installment of 10,000 you pay by the 12th of June, which is next month. And the third installment of 10,000 you pay by the 1st of July, which is the month after. So we have broken it down to month-on-month payment. so that it's easy for you to alter your money life. So if you want to join or save 3,000, you want to join the June batch, or save 3,000 rupees, pay 27,000 rupees for the June or the July batch. If you want to take the installment plan, then it's only available for the July batch. You pay 10,000 right now and 10,000 next month, and the month after that 10,000. That's how you do it. You can Google Pay, Paytm. The UPID is 9818540023 at OKBiz Access. Or you can also scan the code on your left to make the payment. If you want to make the payment by the debit or the credit card, let us know. We will send you a payment link on your Zoom and you can make the payment via that. Once you pay up right now, just put in the chat that you made the payment and we will confirm that we have received your payment and we will send you a registration form on your WhatsApp. You need to fill the registration form before you leave the webinar so that immediately after the webinar, we can give you access to your worksheets and video recordings right away so that you can begin on your financial transformation today. So go ahead, guys, register yourself. Only decisions build financial destiny, and it's time for you to build your destiny right away. Keeping the screen on for 2 more seconds. The payment link to make the payment via debit or credit card has also been sent. Rashmi, you make the payment via UPI, Paytm, any of these methods. Net banking takes time. It's difficult to do it that way. So use any of the methods given here and jump in. For all of you who are watching us on social media, guys, get in touch and register yourself right away